The subway, like tattooed right across my forehead, dressed as a butler and driving a forest green, like British racing green Jaguar. On top of Pikes Peak, 14,000 feet with a Range Rover Sport, and then also being the lips of a goat, like my lips super kind of imposed over a real goat that then looks at the camera at the very end and says, "Life is good," for a Miller Lite commercial. Yes. These are all parts of the body of work I've done over the last 25 years as an actor for the commercials. But I've done these other, like countless other things for like industrials and PSAs and voiceovers and just all this general work. Most of that work remains kind of misted in time, but they're out there. So my son's cell phone just lit up. It just started messages just kind of coming in, like fast and furious from his friends. They were just shooting in it. Every single one said the same thing. It said, "Get in here now." Now, Alistair's 15, and he was a sophomore at DSA, so Denver School for the Arts, and he's a theater major there. And all his friends were texting him from another classroom. And so he made an excuse, got out, and he got in there, and he was just too late. But they were all saying the same thing. His friends are like, "Yeah, it was your dad." And then Sean was like, "No, I think it was your dad." And Alistair's like, "No, that's not even possible. That could not be possible." And he goes, "No, I think." And then Sam, who's his very best friend and knows me really quite well, Sam went, "Alistair, I think it was your dad." And Alistair really is still definitely, he's like, "No, it can't be." Now, the issue is that the class they were in was a sex ed class. My phone lights up, and I look, and it's Alistair, and now he's a 15-year-old boy. It's like, 15-year-old boys don't ring their fathers, unless they need money. So I kind of answer it already feeling slightly poor, and I'm like, "Hi, Ali, how you doing, mate?" And he cuts right to the chase. He goes, "Were you ever in a sex ed video?" And these are not questions you get asked that often by your kids, or most people don't. And I was sitting there, I was like completely stunned. I was like, 100%. Maybe a long time. He goes, "Oh, it would have been a long time ago, Dad. It was on a VHS." And I'm like, "Well, if it was probably before you were even born, but I can't really remember." He goes, "Dad, everybody says it is, and I get the class tomorrow, so I'll let you know." And I'm like, "Okay." So I have this slightly sleepless night, and then Ali goes, and he goes, "You wouldn't believe it, Dad. The class was absolutely packed. There was like plenty of kids in there that didn't even have that class." Like, really? And he goes, "Oh yeah, it was really, really great." It's great. He goes, "So yeah, it's you. It's definitely you." And I'm at this point, I've kind of started cluing it together, and I'm like, I have this dim recollection of many, many, many years ago doing one, and so he started to fill him in. He goes, "Yeah, Dad, you're a doctor." And I'm like, "That's good. Okay, that's like, that's better." Because at first I was done some dodgy other like home movies for friends, not like bad ones, but just not like that. But I mean, just really, but a bit odd. And I was like, did they take something out of one of these to make an example? So I was kind of worried. But a doctor, that was fine. I was a doctor, so I was a doctor. And he goes, "Yeah, you had a lab coat on and glasses and hair." And I was like, "Well, that was a long time ago." And he goes, and these swimming trunks, like Bermuda shorts or something, swimming Hawaiian pattern things. And I'm like, okay. And so what it was it was me, sadly. And I was a doctor, and I had a big chalkboard, and I was explaining how the sperm swims along like this, and then there's an egg, and if it gets to the egg, that's when things happen. Unless you're just using a vibrator, and then you don't have to worry at all about that. And that was all. So I didn't. And then, but if there's a barrier, then it can't go in. And as I do this on the chalkboard, I then slide the chalkboard to the side, and there's a swimming pool behind the chalkboard. And it was actually the community pool up here in Boulder, in North Denver. You'll never swim there again. And and there's this one girl treading water in the middle with a little hat on and a little flower on it, and then the ropes that you went with the little floats along it is across the pool. And at the end are all these guys with little swimming caps really tight down over their heads. And they go, and they all dive in. And I go, "Go, spermies, go, swim, swim." And they're all like going towards, and then they hit the rope, and the girl's treading water, and they're all bumping into the rope, and they can't go through. I'm like, "There's the barrier. That's what you want." I said, yes, Alistair, I did. So the next day, actually it was like one day after, was the public school, Denver Public School Shakespeare Festival, which is wonderful. Actually, it's this Friday, and there was like 6,000 kids from public schools all go down to the Denver Center and do Shakespeare stuff. So I went down to see Alistair, and then all these DSA students came up to me and started taking selfies with me. And I was like, and so out suddenly on social media were all these pictures of these beautiful, young, vibrant, smiling high school kids, and me, with a really quizzical kind of look on my face on every single photo of just being a little unusual with my new role as a sex ed superstar.